You got people who underestimated you looking at you in a different light. This is a quick message from the
Yo,
universe. Chosen
chosen.
one. You got people looking at you in a different type of view um, here lately, you know. And the thing about you, right, if we take a dive back into your childhood, you have always been like this underdog. But see, when I'm seeing your memories, or when I'm tapping into this energy of this person that I'm talking about, you were never weak. And this is the thing about souls growing up around NPCs. And guys, let's take it there. Let's get on the conscious level, to the conscious beings. Let's talk. This is the thing about a soul integrating into the physical, right? You have to control everything. And as a child, you're not programmed. You're not operating off the autopilot just yet. This is why children are very precious. If you understand, children get programmed when they turn about 4, from 4 to 7. They're being programmed, and now all the conscious beings out here, when you decide to have children, you understand this now. You understand how to program them in the way that you need to, so they could be, how they need to be. Well, when integrating as a kid, you remember you had to think. You wasn't moving in autopilot like the NPCs that other kids, or other, like you used to be around. A lot of these kids are programmed already, and they just do shit. You got to learn. This is the difference between you in the Matrix and others. You came here to learn. So as a kid, you were constantly learning, right? And so, like, when you found yourself in these situations, you might have got beat up in your first fight, or somebody might have been bullying you as a kid, and it made you seem weak. But it wasn't that you was weak. It's just that you had to learn how to be a fighter, right? And a lot of you, when you learn how to fight, nobody could beat you. Or when you learn how to stand up for yourself, nobody could say or do anything to you. You just had to learn it. And so this, growing up as a kid, you was in a lot of situations where, you was on the back end of a lot of lessons, and people thought you was weak. The NPCs, yeah, you saw, boy, you saw a girl, you gotta stop letting people. They just thought you was weak, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's not that. It's not that. You just was learning. So people began to underestimate you through your whole life, chosen one. There's always been people who were smart, who could see through it. But then you started to, as you grew up, you started to like people underestimating you. You didn't want people to know that you were as powerful as you were, or you was as smart as you were. You found comfort in being underestimated, because then people didn't expect high things out of you. People didn't bother you. You didn't have to have a big role. They pick you on the team. All you gotta do is run and play defense or something like that. Or, the girl's not expecting. It was easier when you realize, yo, if I don't show my talent, or if I keep this suppressed, I slide through easy. You understood that. And so people took you they underestimated you. Well, chosen one, your days of being underestimated are over. You can't hide. You can't hide behind the illusion of being underestimated no more. The system, you have pulled away from the matrix, and now the system knows. And so everybody around you, they're starting to see you as a threat. Chosen one, you have people out here that are really looking at you as a threat, as bona fide competition. You have people out here who are taking you serious. You have people from your childhood who still trying to live in the past. But even those people, deep down, they understand, okay, such and such is nothing to play with. I don't know what he was doing when we was a kid, or I don't know what they was doing as kids, but this adult them is okay. I see it now. And so people are dealing with you in a different type of manner. And it's crazy because if we really dive in on these family members, right, they still are going to try to lower your confidence by shooting that insecure programming out there, right? Trying to catch you, see if you're insecure. They still try to act like you have something to prove to them. But this is how you understand that these people have been watching you, and they understand that you are not to be played with, and that you are a full threat. They're literally trying to reverse psychology. Bro, right now, you got people laying up at night and trying to figure out, yo, what what are they doing? How are they getting to this money like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to ask, but I know they, people are thinking that you are smart as fuck. Chosen One. They went from underestimating you to guaranteeing. Underestimating you to knowing that you gonna come prepared every time. They went from underestimating you to trying to steal your blueprint. You got people out here, Chosen One, who are trying to literally take your blueprint. And the thing is, right, for so many years, so many times, people act as though you were the one who was the weakest. You were the one who was stupid. You were the one who couldn't handle none of this stuff, bro. You couldn't handle life, sis. But now they are seeing you as a fucking threat, Chosen One. They are realizing that out of everybody, you were the one. See, your attackers and your fake family members, they've been comparing themselves. And let's more talk about your family members, because your attackers do this. But your family members have been comparing themselves to you. And what you don't know is a lot of things that these people have accomplished, they accomplished it with you on their mind. And a lot of these people ain't accomplished really too much. But when they got these little certifications that in their mind make them feel like they are big and bad, they looked at you when you was in your fucked up situation, and they was like, oh yeah, I got one up on them. They can't, you know what I'm saying? They fucked up. Look at them. And they was happy about it. They didn't want to see you win. It's just always a competition when it comes to you. It's always a competition. Right? But now these people are seeing you begin to thrive. These people are seeing what you have overcome. These people are seeing your drive, your push, your consistency to whatever crap that you started to do. They're seeing how you made it out of situations. They're seeing how everybody that you used to run up with, everybody you grew up with done died, but you still here and you in good shape. And you ain't been out here living like a sucker. You've been out here living, but you still here. They see that when they check on your social medias, oh, they still relevant. They still doing their shit. When they check on your little business, your Facebook, see where you work at, see what type of business you got. Oh, that business, his business still going, her business still going. They are starting to realize that they were underestimating you the whole time. And now they are seeing you as a bona fide threat.